Hello, welcome to the Night Radio and Television Station, and I'm Kautri. Here comes the local news. Leaders of the Night Province have just worked with Seoul Vicorp Group on recruitment investment areas such as Vietjet Air, air transport, banking and finance, real estate, asset management, and investment. Sovico Corporation and its member units such as HD Bank, Vietjet Air, Fulham Real Estate want the province to create conditions for investing in projects related to Long-Tan Airport and other programs on transport infrastructure, electricity and water, health, education, develop non-cash payment programs as well as participate in many social security programs in the province. Chairman of Provincial People's Committee Cao Tiến-Dũng said the Long-Tan International Airport construction project would open up great opportunities for investors. Đồng Nai is also a good market to develop the banking sector, service trade chains, and logistics. Chairman of Provincial People's Committee Cao Tiến-Dũng also assigned leaders of departments to work with the corporation in seeking its investment opportunities in Đồng Nai. According to the Ministry of Industry and Trade, the export turnover of goods in February 2021 was estimated at $20 billion, down nearly 30% compared to the previous month. However, in the first 2 months of the year, the export turnover of goods was estimated at $48.5 billion, up 23.2% over the same period last year. The noteworthy point in the first 2 months of 2021 is the strong growth of export of the processed industrial goods group when reaching a turnover of $42 billion, of nearly 27% over the same period last year, accounting for 87% of total export turnover of the country. Besides the group of processed industrial goods, export of agricultural, forestry, and fishery goods also recorded an increase in the first 2 months of the year, with an increase of 11% over the same period last year, reaching $3.78 billion. According to the General Statistics Office, in the first 2 months of the year, the country had 18,100 newly registered enterprises with total registered capital at over 300 trillion Vietnam dong, up 4% in the number of enterprises, an increase of 52% in registered capital over the same period. In addition, more than 11,000 enterprises resumed operation, down by 7.6% over the same period, increasing the total number of newly established enterprises and enterprises returning to operation in the first 2 months of the year to 29,200 enterprises. Thus, on average, each month, there are 14,600 established enterprises. The U.S. Department of Commerce announced a series of sanctions against Myanmar in response to the country's military administration for conducting the political upheaval on February the 1st. The U.S. has blacklisted Myanmar Ministries of Defense and Home Affairs and also imposed export controls on products used for military purposes. 2 military control enterprises were also blacklisted. These are corporations that control over every part of Myanmar economy, investing in many sectors such as consumer goods, mining, and real estate. However, the ban is expected to have little impact because yearly U.S. exports to Myanmar are relatively small, and those two enterprises are also not key importers. Besides purchases in Myanmar, the U.S. also criticized China and increased pressures on Beijing to resolve the crisis in Myanmar. Security has been tightened around U.S. Capitol on Capitol Hill in Washington after this place was warned it could become a target of attacks. Police said several far-right groups supporting former President Donald Trump recently announced that Mr. Trump will return to Washington for a start of his second term on March 4th. However, the above information has not been verified. Police have taken measures to increase security in response to any potential threats. Riots occurred on Capitol Hill on January 6, left 5 people dead and many injured. The U.S. House of Representatives also changed its plans to hold a vote on the police reform bill on the evening of March 3rd instead of March 4th after a security alert on Capitol Hill. That's all for today. Thanks for watching and goodbye.